What's up, guys? Welcome back for another video. Loser here. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I'm actually super happy and a little bit surprised at what I'm seeing here because when I made my earlier video for today, we did talk about the current events that were going to be coming in the next coming days, but something actually just updated in the Plarium Play calendar. So we're going to go over that, and it's actually really good. It's got me really excited. It's giving us some really good value on a really good event. So let's jump right into that. So first, we're going to hop into Plarium Play here. So if you guys aren't aware, this button right here gives you a calendar or schedule that Plarium kind of gives us. In the past, they have made some mistakes and then have been updating the calendar. They've also don't really give you much of a heads up if there are like special events. So then they'll just update it whenever they show up to the office, I guess. So if you guys are aware, there is a guaranteed champion coming up tomorrow. It's going to be 30 void shards for Shamail, but that's not going to be the focus of this video. The focus of this video is actually this Soulstone Chase event, which is really nice. It's really good value because there is going to be a boosted rate for Soulstones from the small and medium ones. So the small and medium ones right here, Mortal Soulstone and Immortal Soulstone, there's going to be boosted rates for 5 and 6 star souls for the mortal ones, and then only 6 star souls for the middle ones. These are great events for those soulstones because it gives you a chance at the highest rarity rank, rank. So stones, right? They take so long to get, so having a chance, a boosted rate at them is really nice. But also there is this Soulstone Chase tournament, which is also dropping at the same time, which is super awesome because I would have just pulled my stones without any event, but now there's a Soulstone Chase tournament, and that's just going to give you additional value on your Soulstones. And it's a chase tournament, which means if you get lucky on these stones, which objective of pulling these small stones, you want to get lucky on them, and then it gives you such good value for getting lucky because it's on a soul chase tournament. So I highly encourage, if you have the soul stones, to pull for this event. It's just so good. The problem is it too good? Is it too good to have a soul chase with the boosted rate, basically inflating everybody's points? But that means you're going to be picking up some of these rewards relatively easily, right? But is it too good to be true? So is Plarium setting up some kind of future event where soulstones are going to be important or very needed? I honestly don't see it. They could potentially put a path or deck at this point, maybe after the fusion, but I don't see anything happening during the fusion that could surprise us in any way. So I'm just going to take this at face value and say this is a really good event. Pull your soul stones, be happy with some extra rewards. Hopefully you get your void shard and your legendary book. There is also going to be a tournament for, I guess, winner take all Shamail's 4 and 5 star soul. So I'm actually envious of players in the 70 or under category because the 4-star soul for Shamail is probably all you really want on him. You get the extra crit damage, attack, HP, and defense, which is really good. You don't necessarily need a 5-star soul for Shamail. 5-star soul gives you some resistance and accuracy. Shamail does have an ability that requires accuracy. Basically, the ability that removes one of the buffs from the enemy. I believe it's the A1. Has a 50% chance to reduce the duration. Yeah, so this duration reduction requires accuracy. You definitely don't need it, but you definitely don't mind it. But definitely these Soulstone Chase will be a mega whale event because whales are going to be pulling pretty hard for stones usually, and especially with these boosted rates, it's definitely going to attract a lot of whaling. Honestly, this first place winner take all chase at the top, honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's just going to be an extra thing that somebody will get for their efforts, but I don't think anybody can really control how much points they can get with these souls. There's just such high variance, right? So unless you want to spend mega dollars on it, it's definitely not worth it. And spending the small stones on this event is definitely worth it. And of course, having a boosted rate, it's definitely going to be worth it. So the points will be inflated, but that means you're just probably going to pick up the rewards a little bit easier along the way. But yeah, I'm just super happy. I did call this event about 9 days ago. It's about a week late than what I called. So in this past video, if you guys recall, they had this Deck of Fate event that was training in Soulstones only, and I said, hey, they're probably gonna make a Soulstone event pretty soon, like in a week. But it seemed like they were like about a week late from my prediction, but it's here, and it's exactly what they've kind of been scheduling along the way. They kind of have this once every month or so, roughly around the start of the month, roughly before or at the beginning of a fusion, roughly. So maybe keep that in mind next time to save these soul stones. But I'm super happy that I managed to save these soul stones, and then I'm hoping that I get something, something usable, right? The last time I did this, it was like I think I pulled like 200 small ones, and I saved for a long time, and I didn't really get anything really useful, so I was kind of like bummed, even with these boosted events and all that stuff. So I was a little bit bummed about that, but I'm hopeful this time. But of course, we all are hopeful before being disappointed. Um, Obviously, after this amount of time saving, committing to saving these soul stones, it's really hard, right? Because when you're free to play, you don't really, spend the gems every day for like Iron Twins and all that stuff. Like here, I don't spend the gems every day to farm this stuff. I only spend it on Void Day. So on Void Day, you get really good value from spending 150 gems. But if you're gonna spend 150 gems a day just to farm like less than one of these small ones, I don't know what to say. Like, it's just really poor value, poor return. So for free to play, you're definitely not going to be able to spend that currency there just to farm one of these small guys. So definitely do your Hydras, do your Centranos. Centranos does gift you a couple of these Mortal Soul Stones, but definitely do your Hydras. Make sure you're on top of it. Don't like personally, I don't spend the currency. Like you can kind of see here, like I can buy like that's nothing, but I don't really buy. I don't really buy like the shards, right? I don't buy the shards. So I never buy the shards to gamble. I always save up for guarantee upgrades. And it's honestly that's how I amassed all my big souls, right? For key champions. And one last thing I want to say about these soul chase events. So this one we do have, obviously some extra incentive for somebody to go after the soul, some extra rewards here. I want to pull up the reward structure for the last soulstone chase event that we had. So this is the one that we had. You can see they actually had a prism shard or prism crystals here as well. So it's possible that they put prism crystals in this soul chase event. Why not? I think it's not bad. In this case, the 545 threshold was a void shard. So they replaced the void shard with the prism crystal. I think that's probably similar value, right? Because you're getting a prism pull out of it, which is basically like a watered down sacred shard. So you're getting a watered down sacred shard versus a single void shard. So it's kind of similar value. I wouldn't be too distressed about them screwing us there. But in this case, it looks like the void shard is advertised here, so most likely no prism shard in this soul chase. But the thing I wanted to highlight is that in these soul chase tournaments, the point thresholds appear very, very obtainable. However, keep in mind that each one of these small ones, even when boosted, it's about 8 points or so, 8 or 10 points roughly. So you still require quite a bit to get some of these rewards. So for example, this epic book here would probably cost you 30 of the small ones on average. And if you low roll, you're not even gonna get that. So make sure you guys set your expectations properly in terms of what rewards you can get. Don't fall into the pitfall of saying, oh, I'm going to keep pulling this and that, because the variance on these pulls are very, very high. And the only reason why the points per small stone is actually so high is because of the high variance, because you can obviously get super lucky and get a 6-star legendary or mythical, or you can get 1-star rare and get 1 point. So just a quick word of warning there when you guys are pulling, just in case you guys pull right away, for example. But I will be making a video on my pulls coming up, so look out for that. But anyway, just want to make a quick video about the upcoming Soul Chase tournament. Very excited about this. Super happy that we got this along with the boosted rates. It's definitely an all-in moment for me, for sure. And I don't fault anybody for going all in on this one, I think. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate your time, as always. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.